Yeah, there's desperate, but there ain't that desperate. Oh, we're on. Hey, who do we have?
What's up, guys?
Hey, Brittany, Steph, Sticky Nicky, Jared.
Oh,
thank you for all the
you know what?
nice words. Steph, thank you.
I have gifts for you from Brittany.
Oh, shit, do I?
Yeah, they're here.
Are they here right now? Do you want to go get them while I say a little?
I gotta see. I have to text Katie to find out where she put them.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're not going to be able to open. Yeah, because I fucking ghosted y'all on
Dude, my gift
Saturday.
from Brittany was so good. She gave me a big fleece blanket with pictures of the dogs on them.
Oh, that's the nicest thing in the world.
Yeah,
I want those before I leave tonight.
Yeah.
So they're here. They're upstairs.
Yes. As soon as we go up, I'll text Katie and she'll tell me where she put them, and
nice.
I'll give them to you.
Next Tuesday, the full DLP flavor returns in beautifully. Joe Stamboni, JSS DLP producer, joining us here. Yeah. Joseph Ariel. I'm excited to see him out as well.
Oh,
Rodney.
I thought she was talking to me.
No, just talking to that Stambo. Stambo, how goes it?
I'm doing well. How you boys doing?
Angry fucking Patreon now. Real angry Patreon.
How did you get lost coming here?
Okay, so I
mean, you've literally been here like 10 times.
No, I have. I put in GPS just to kind of check the traffic to see how I was looking. And I was going along fine. And then right when I got on 97, I guess there was like an accident or a lot of traffic further down. So it took me off at like New Cut Road, and then I guess took me back through like Pasadena and like all these back roads. And,
okay.
And then I was like, do I have the right address? Like, where the fuck am I going?
Well, you made it. Here you are.
Yeah, it's all that matters. So we're glad you got here. How was the holiday? You came in today, but you're not at JSS.
Yeah, that's right. I had a planned vacation. Holiday wasn't bad. I got a couple little things.
What'd you get? What you give?
What did I get? What did I get? That's a good fucking question.
If you want to find out what I gave, and I was promptly told to shove it in my ass, listen to the Patreon.
Joe, do you get high on Christmas before you? Yeah,
of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, who is it? Is it her family? Is it your family?
It's my family. So her family lives in like Pennsylvania.
Oh, hey, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sick.
So we just go by my mom's. And it's gotten weird the last couple of years because like my dad died, and then like every person that like kept the family together in my family has died in like the last 3 or 4 years.
Well, my sisters are doing a good job, but no, when Aunt Tish died, my father, you think he's going to arrange something?
Right.
He won't even leave his chair to go to bingo night.
We drove past Tish's final resting place.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was in the car with the family, and I don't know why, just me turning into a 45-year-old white dad. I was like, I know someone that's buried over there.
Wait a minute. No.
Silence in the car.
No, Tish is buried in West Virginia.
Wait, where we had the funeral?
Yeah, she's not buried there.
Ah, shit.
No, by the way,
you transported the body?
That wasn't a funeral anyway.
I thought she was in there.
No. Yes, it
Who
was.
Who the fuck was in that casket?
No, it was her for sure.
Okay.
But no, it was a wake, and then we went to West Virginia. Hey, you know that I think I shouldn't tell this story because if it gets back to my dad. Okay, I'm going to tell it anyway. So my father is like, hey, here are the two funeral homes when I die.
Okay.
I go, 2? He goes, yeah, for a funeral here and then a funeral in West Virginia. Okay.
Pick one.
So that's the thing. So Aunt Tish had 2 funerals. So my father's like, well, I'm going to have 2 funerals. No, he's not.
No, you're not.
He's not going to have 2 funerals.
Roll me into a ditch. You had 2 funerals?
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I know there's dying wishes, but, if he doesn't know, but 2 fucking funerals?
No,
get over
dude.
yourself, right?
So they packed her up. They put her in the hearse or the van.
They put her on ice and they took her all the way to,
just like a lobster tail.
Yeah. And then we had a second funeral.
You had a second once you went through that shit? Were people less sad at the second?
They were like, God, the scene it.
Still dead, huh?
Been there, done that.
Damn.
No,
what else could I say that we didn't say the first time?
To add to the death of my family, I actually, my dad's last living sister died Christmas night.
What do you mean Christmas night? Like last week?
Yes, like 5 days ago.
Damn.
And she's not having anything. No funeral, no ceremony. She's just going straight to fucking cremation. And then we're getting together and having some fucking cake.
Have a little remembrance, a little party. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do a thing where there's like a reading and you got to like read Ecclesiastes or anything. roll me into a ditch.
That's the thing. By the way, don't have two.
Hand me to a pervert. Yeah. How?
By the way, funerals
Christ.
aren't fun. Why are we
Important
having
much?
more
Yeah.
than one?
One of them sucks. Now let's take this body on tour. Like God love, but you're not a head of state.
Also-
We're not going to have you like lying
Yeah.
in state like the queen.
I also run out of material.
Oh yeah.
So if I'm up there saying something, I'm like, well, am I going to say something again? So here's the thing.
Still miss her.
I spoke at the funeral here, and I'm like, you know what am I going to do? Recreate it? I was sincere. So
Yeah. What if it's the same group assholes?
I
What if
said
it's the
nothing.
same-
Yes.
What if
Well,
it's the
there-
same people?
There are definitely some repeats.
Yeah, you're going to
For-
see some of the same people in
Yeah,
there.
they were like, well, that's that. Yeah, I thought it really moved me the first time. Now I know it was all bullshit.
Yeah, it's like,
Just
all right.
repeated it
Say,
over
wait
again.
a minute. That crowd work was scripted? What the shit are you talking about? Yeah, let me tell you, my apologies, by the way. Just December was what December was. 7th was my boy's birthday. And then like a week or two later, he had a strings concert. It was horrible.
How old is he?
9. They did Jingle Bells,
Okay.
Frere Jacques,
Isn't that the same song?
might
Is Jingle
be.
Bells and Frere Jacques the same?
Okay.
Pretty close. Yeah.
Hot Cross Buns.
Yeah.
And something I
Same
noticed, same thing,
Yeah.
is that he had the violin. I'll even pull up a picture for you. I want you to tell me what you think is. What do you notice now? If you know, that's a picture of Chris Benoit. Listen to the Patreon. It'll make much more sense if you listen to the Patreon. Where is the night of his? There he is here. Okay, so this is him, and he's playing.
Okay.
He's playing the violin. Now, have you ever seen anybody play a violin like that? I'm going to rewind it pretty quick. Okay.
Okay.
There he is. Look at you see him.
Is he plucking it?
Yes. They're all plucking. They're not
Yeah.
using the bow.
We'll get to that. We'll get to the bow. of it.
I'm imagining he's not very good.
I found out that you have to earn the right to use the bow. They had him, dude, they had him in the fucking back.
Mhm.
They put his shit back with the pets on the flight.
He was like, Milton, could you just
did
do
you
it
ever-
all the way back to that
Yeah.
wall?
Did you ever play in like the elementary school band?
I did.
No,
No, I played in the
no.
middle school
I
band.
didn't
Play
play
middle school?
Yeah, I was a drummer. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what this guy does?
Of course I know what he does,
I
right?
mastur-
But I would
masturbate.
I didn't have that kind of aptitude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
how you
I,
tickle those skins.
I played saxophone in 4th grade. Not because I gave a shit about saxophone. I just wanted to get out of class. And I wanted to play. They had one person could play acoustic guitar, and this was in like a Catholic school.
Okay.
So you were playing like fucking Ave Maria or some shit.
Mhm.
I didn't get the guitar part. So I for some reason, I don't know why, I had a friend that played saxophone. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just play saxophone. Never learned anything. And anytime we had a recital, I would fake the fucking notes.
How many
So,
Yeah.
how many saxophones were there?
probably 4.
Oh yeah, so you're faking it, but
Yeah.
if there's 4, they know what's up.
Can I tell you
Oh,
about
yeah,
faking
for
an
sure.
instrument?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever talked about this before. It's a real point of embarrassment for me. It's pretty bad. And Britt, continue with the compliments. I did a middle school talent show,
Mhm.
Benjamin Stoddard Middle School, and in my high school band, I played the keyboard, which swimming in pussy.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
really,
sure.
it goes tambourinist,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
keyboardist,
Yeah.
triangle.
Right.
Okay, who's just swimming in groupie sliz. But I had been playing the keyboard, the piano, probably since in 6th grade, 6th, 7th, 8th grade.
Mhm.
Well, I signed up to play, and I didn't really pick out anything. I wasn't very good.
Mhm.
I could play a little bit,
Yeah.
but not very well. I went up and I hit the demo button on the keyboard, and it just plays itself.
Oh hell yeah.
It played a piece that was so fucking complicated, and I'm trying to keep up with it, and I'm playing, and my fingers are fucking flying. They're flying.
Sweat in
No
your
way
brow.
did they buy it. They didn't buy
At
it.
the very end, huge cheers. Huge cheers.
Were people laughing?
I know for a fact that not only did they not buy it, I think they thought I was special. I think they
Like
thought
he thinks he's
he
playing.
thinks he's playing, so we all have to play along. Because when they cheered, I was like, oh, I got away with it.
Wait a minute, hold on. It was
Yes.
a Towser. Did you win?
No. No. Now, had I played that, number one with a bullet.
Oh yeah.
Had I actually played that composition, you could see where my hands were on the keyboard that were nowhere near
God,
as
hey,
high the
I'll
notes
say
sounded.
this. I got you. but someone in there believed it.
Someone was like, "That's the greatest
Yeah, I'm
fucking
telling
piano
you,
player
there was at
I've
least
ever seen."
a few people in there that are like, "This fucking guy's good."
This is the next Yanni. This is
Yanni.
fucking Rocket Man. Okay, this is one of the greatest of all time.
The next Billy Joel.
There's no way this kid doesn't have a recording contract. So while I was out, I wasn't also able to attend. I missed a lot in December. I'm going to make it up in the new year. Listen to the Patreon. I wasn't able to attend Winchester, Brightbox, one of our murder mysteries, and I love Brightbox, and I love those crowds. I love that fucking money, and I love hanging out downstairs with my friends. So I wasn't able to go because I had to attend Mudge's family's annual bed and breakfast.
Oh yeah.
By the way,
Christmas
weren't
party
you like
spectacular.
10 miles from
I
us?
could have seen you assholes from the roof.
Yeah.
And it sucks. And there's too many kids there, and there's too many dogs there, and everybody every year is just getting older and older. There's something I look forward to every year. You ever had Mexican street corn?
Oh, I fucking love Mexican
I
street
fucking
corn.
love
it's
Mexican
so good,
street
yes.
corn.
Elote.
Oh, see. And someone there makes Mexican street corn dip, where it's a thick, heavy
Oh,
corn,
yeah.
cotija cheese. Am I
Whatever
saying
that
that right?
cheese is.
Cotija.
Yeah.
They got the seasoning and all that, and it's just delicious. And you eat it with Frito scoops. It's thick. It'll break a regular tortilla chip. You
Yeah.
gotta get the fucking scoop and you gotta get that snow shovel. And I'm looking forward to it. And we get there a little bit later than we'd like to because of some traffic trying to get around DC. And I get there and I get everybody settled in. I'm kissing aunts and I'm high-fiving and where's the dog? Oh, cool. It's knocked Evan over again. He's crying, sick. And I find it. And there's an old man who's clearly 10 beers in. And I look and I see him in this fucking dinosaur is sitting over the bowl of the Mexican corn dip, and he's got a spoon, and he's just fucking eating the dip out of the bowl, and you just see him, he's just and he's eating.
He's got dribble.
You can't get
down.
a chip over to where he hasn't. You know what I mean?
There's nothing you
Where
can
the
do.
integrity is still. You know what I'm talking about? You go in the
contaminated.
corner.
You're not getting anywhere near Gene. Gene is good, and I'm watching him eat it, and he loved it. I think I loved it second most compared to him
Oh, yeah.
because he's eating it, and some of it's falling back out of his fucking old mouth into the bowl. And I just watched him. He went around the rim with it. He's like, oh yeah.
You didn't get it.
Mudge began to rub my shoulders. She knew how much I wanted this dip and how badly I didn't want to be there. It was I'm gonna
one thing.
I'm gonna have the worst time.
The one thing that even made it even remotely doable.
It's been taken from me.
It was removed.
It was
by
taken.
some
We
fucking
even added
old dude.
we added complication to the trip. One of her sisters, she didn't go, and she wasn't able to bring her kids. You know why she didn't go? She said, "I don't feel like going." And I was like, hero.
You're like, hey,
hero.
I don't have that.
How can I do that?
Yeah.
Wait. How can I say the thing that she just said for the better outcome? So Mudge feels bad because the grandparents are more upset that they're not going to see the kids, the little kids. So we stopped and picked them up on the way. So we filled. I sent you guys a picture.
Yeah, dude. At some point, you're like, enough,
dude.
With the children. We packed the car with my kids, other people's kids, and other people's kids. And I drove 2 hours to Front Royal, hanging my hopes on this fucking corn dip, only for it to be corn, cotija cheese, and a World War II veteran spit.
Hey, let me tell a quick story in the middle of your story. So, I play poker at my friend Gary's house, and there's different people that come that I don't know very well. Some I know better than the other. But this guy named Tompkins brings a friend of his. His name is Old Joe. Okay, that's his name, Old Joe. Okay.
How is that not your name?
Now, Old Joe lives. Yeah, that's close to me. Old Joe he lives in like Bel Air or Carroll County. He lives up there.
Yeah.
And so he drives to this game. How old is Old Joe?
I'm going to guess he's significantly younger than you.
How old is he?
Okay. Old Joe is 49.
Nah.
63.
Hey, Old Joe's 94
Oh,
years old.
shit.
Okay.
Oh,
Motherfuckers.
Old Joe is
Geriatric
fucking
Joe.
old Joe.
94. He's fucking driving at night.
No,
Yes.
absolutely not.
Good for him.
And he is a fucking horrible poker player.
Is he
Old
not
Joe.
great?
No, I don't think he really. here's the deal. Like my father,
I have a bunch of cards that are the same.
Yeah.
What
My-
does that mean?
my father can only talk about the things that are like, he goes, oh, nice hat.
Right.
What is that? He can only say what's
Directly
happening.
in front of him.
Right. That's it.
Yeah.
Brittany writes, he should be known as Dead Joe.
And no, he's alive. He's driving.
Yeah.
Okay. So this guy, I think your depth of thought doesn't go down far enough to be able to be a good poker player.
No,
So
you need to think
he's
steps
basically just
ahead,
calling
read other
and-
people.
I've never seen him win a hand.
He has cataracts.
Yeah, and then he just gets in his car and he drives.
He just drives home
for an hour,
right through the
And
front door of a
fucking
Dunkin'.
midnight.
Yeah. Does he live with anybody? Does he have like an old
It feels like
Katie?
it feels like I can't ask these questions.
Yeah.
By the way, if he does live with somebody, then they're probably most people are 94. They're not going to be able to have a conversation with you.
No. What the fuck? Like,
So
you
even
remember
if he does have somebody,
this dude legit liked Ike back in the
Yeah.
day. This
he
guy
went
was
to high
there.
school with.
This guy was there with the New Deal. This guy
Anyway,
saw, Da
sorry.
Nang fall.
I just thought about old Joe.
No, I
Continue.
just think there's nothing much else to say.
You know
It's
what?
just
You know what it made me think of? My dead father.
Jesus.
And he's such a fucking fat fuck. He used to he would get shrimp scampi or something like that.
yeah, hell yeah.
He would just fucking tilt the butter and soak it up with either bread
Okay.
or just a fucking spoon.
I know.
fucking-
spoon. I'm gonna pass on the
Just
bread. I'm
fucking
with you.
eating it, dude.
Dude,
Do the same thing with gravy.
The bread, I got no problem. When you're mainlining that shit,
Yeah,
when you're drinking it
dude.
like cereal milk,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not shocked he's not with us
Yeah.
anymore.
So
Neither am I.
when I was, but
What killed him? Scampi.
when I was in all the way up till I was 30, my metabolism was such which I could do whatever
You were a
the fuck- I
furnace.
could do anything I wanted
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
And what I used to eat, I used to take the frosting, like the Pillsbury frosting,
Yeah.
and I'd buy it and I would just eat it with a spoon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
just
the
eat
shit that I
whole
used to
thing.
do.
Yeah.
I used to. I've told you about. I caught my brother doing a couple of times. We all had gross snacks. I actually made you guys try one where I used to eat frosted mini wheats with half and half.
Oh yeah,
That was my Saturday morning. It's fucking angelic. It's so
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
I can eat about 3 or 4 teaspoons now, and I'll tip over.
Mhm.
But I wake up one day and my brother is sitting on the sofa and he's got a jar, an unlidded jar of ragu pasta sauce, of just of spaghetti sauce.
My God.
And he's got handfuls of dry spaghetti and he's just dipping it into the sauce and just crunching it off.
Yeah.
And he's like, I made spaghetti. I'm like, oh, that's the
God.
fucking grossest thing. Crunching dry spaghetti as he stirs around the sauce that I know he's going to put back in the fridge.
Yep.
And my dad's going to make, which should have prepared my immune system for Gene and the fucking corn dip, because
Oh,
all my food is spittle based these days. Oh, that's a fat fuck move. One that I was real proud of once, and this was during more of my weed smoking days. And one Rory Scovel was there for the Kitty Hawk, North Carolina flight of this thing. And I think it's the most he's ever really respected me. That we got high in his apartment at Silver Lake, and I took 2 s'mores Pop-Tarts and I toasted them. I let them cool. And then we had a gallon of Breyer's ice cream or is some gallon style, but it had the wide mouth where I placed, and this is very wasteful, by the way. What I'm about to say is very wasteful, but I put the Pop-Tart on top of the ice cream. It just sat completely flat in the container. And I took a steak knife and I sawed all the way around it in a perfect rectangle
mhm.
Yeah.
and then sliced through the container to make a perfect brick of this ice cream, pulled it
Yeah.
out and used the other s'mores Pop-Tart on the
hell
other
yeah.
side and made a s'mores Pop-Tart ice
Yeah.
cream sandwich, cut it in half, handed half to him, half to me. We said nothing, but spoke with our eyes
Yeah, no,
for
that
10
sounds
minutes,
delicious.
high as fuck,
Yeah.
eating like kings.
An ice cream
Oh,
architect.
stomach just hurts afterwards, but
Dude,
so
if
good.
I was lactose intolerant, I'd probably fucking kill myself.
Yeah, my tolerance has fallen off.
If I didn't have the pleasure of a fucking ice cream,
yeah.
why live?
Is there such a thing as cum intolerance?
No.
No, there's not.
I'm
Thank
like
God.
I'm like 50-50 with cum intolerance. No, with lactose intolerance. Like sometimes I'll be fine. Then sometimes I'll wake up.
Yeah, but is that ever going to get you to pass up on ice cream?
Uh,
Really? It
Probably
will?
not.
Oh, that sucks.
Probably. That's why he's in better shape.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm still eating ice cream.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
that's
I'll
the
get,
thing.
all I get is I get the farts real bad.
Yes.
I
Okay,
get the
so-
bad
Hot
farts.
farts.
Hot farts.
What are
Yeah.
your great pleasures, right? So for me, it's sex, food, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
What's third? TV?
Yeah,
video games,
TV,
Mhm.
the internet.
Yeah.
Is
the internet. Would
God,
you count the internet in general? Because the internet could have all.
Yeah,
the internet is games,
I
it is
spend a lot
movies,
more
TV.
time on the internet than I do on TV.
Yeah, I think mine would be the internet. I think mine these days it's actually might be food, internet, sex.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
dropped way down as the sex drive just all but fucking dissipates.
yeah. No, food is
You don't drive
definitely
a car,
my
it'll rust.
my 1A. That's why, because I'm losing this weight. It definitely, I don't. The thing that makes me the happiest, I don't get to do it.
Hot black ass.
And that
That's for Rob.
We can make that happen.
Yeah, Rob. Let's take a quick break. Thanks some sponsors. We'll come back on the other side. We got to talk about some stuff that we're watching, and we're gonna watch Squid Games. I ripped through. There's a new tease for Tires with Shane Gillis we got to get into, and you went to a mansion. Stick around with the DLP agenda. I'm going to start watching it ASAP because I just finished off Squid Games. You've been selling me on Landman.
God, Landman.
I got to watch
so,
Landman. Billy Bob Thornton.
Yes.
Who else is in it? Ali Larder.
Ali Lauder.
Demi Moore.
John Hamm's in it. Demi Moore is in it.
This is Netflix or Prime?
It's actually Paramount Plus.
Oh,
I
shit,
have it
okay.
through Prime, so I don't know how all that works, but
All right.
I have it. We needed Paramount to watch South Park, so I have all the networks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so fucking good. The guy who created it is the guy who created Yellowstone, which I can take or leave. But then he made Lioness, and if you didn't see Lioness, that's also really good. And that's with Nicole Kidman and Morgan Freeman and Zoe Saldana, and I mean all these fucking giant stars or whatever.
I finished season 2 of Banshee,
So here's the deal,
which I know falls off,
you should
right?
start maybe one more season,
And then cut it
I
off?
would be done. I would
Okay.
be, yeah, but Banshee's a lot of fun in the first couple seasons.
Yeah, I love Banshee.
Yeah, I like guy. Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you something. If you're out there and you're an aspiring writer director, I'm the good guy, you're the bad guy. We get into a fight, you're beating me up the whole time, and then I fucking pull some electrical thing out of the wall and electrocute you and I win. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I want my heroes to just fucking maul people. That's why I like Steven Seagal.
That's why I
movies.
like Reacher.
Right.
Dude, Reacher,
right.
that's the theme
Yes.
of Reacher is
Yeah.
the good guy fucking handling the bad
And he
guys.
never ever is in a fight. He's just mauling people.
Yeah.
And that's what I want in my heroes. Anyway, but in Landman, the dialogue is so fucking great. It is, and of course, Billy Bob Thornton is the fucking man. He's so amazing.
He's getting a little goofy offset these days.
He's always been goofy.
He's
Offset.
goofy, but he's starting to get a bit of a
Yeah.
Depp look to him.
Yeah.
Someone said it looks like if Lemony Snicket fucked Johnny Depp, that he's starting to wear dumb shit.
Yeah.
He's starting to wear shit that you got to be in a real particular space.
Give me an example.
Yeah.
'cause
I'll show you a picture.
have you guys
Yeah.
seen fucking Cam Newton?
Oh,
No.
it looks like
God.
Cam Newton is now
Every
dressing Billy Bob
time
Thornton.
I see
Jesus.
Cam Newton, I'm like, dude, because here's the thing. You dress a particular way for one reason. Sorry. One reason. The reason you dress the way you dress is to be attractive to women. And then as soon as that's off the table, it's for comfort.
Okay,
right?
this
There's
is
no
what he's
two things,
this
right?
is what he's now dressing like.
Let me see if this is
He
the same
looks
thing I
like
saw.
he looks like the mechanic on Johnny Depp's Pirates of the Caribbean ship.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, okay.
that's a fucking stupid look.
yeah,
right?
that's ridiculous.
He's got
Yeah.
this weird like Maya Angelou head
yeah,
wrap.
no, that's
Yeah.
He's got
isn't he in a band now?
of course
Yeah.
he's in a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
band. Dude, they ask for interviews all the time and we always say no.
Yeah, he's in a band. I don't
You
know.
wouldn't interview Billy Bob
Because he
Thornton?
only wants to talk about the band.
Oh,
It's in the
oh,
requirement.
oh,
Only wants to
oh.
talk about the music. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck about that. I want you to do the
know.
Sling Blade
yeah,
Boys.
Tell me
Yeah.
about Sling
Tell
Blade.
me about Biscuits and Mustard. Funny,
No.
haha, not funny queer.
No, he's fucking awesome. But what I was saying about Cam Newton is what he's wearing is not comfortable and not attractive. Like
No.
it doesn't have any of the components that you want when you wear clothes.
No, when you look at like Johnny Depp, the amount of scarves and bracelets that he has
Yeah,
on, you
yeah.
go,
Yeah.
that took you an hour to fucking put all that stupid shit on. Your pants are made of ribbons.
A lot of accessorizing.
All of it.
yeah, but check out Landman. Landman is a fucking awesome. I started watching the Squid Game.
Season 2's out.
I started watching it. Tell me what to do.
Okay.
'Cause
Are you
it-
watching it? Because there's a couple of factors here.
I'm watching it because I feel like I'm supposed to watch it.
Did
But
you
I'm
enjoy
not,
season 1?
I would say I enjoyed it like I enjoy, a Wendy's hamburger.
Okay. Another factor. Are you watching it in English dub or are you watching it Korean subtitles?
Oh, English dub.
Watch it with Korean in its natural language with English subtitles.
Okay.
I couldn't fucking stand it when I was watching. I'm positive I need someone to fact check this for me. They buy some foreign shows. There was one called Dark, which started awesome. And much like what we were telling about Banshee, it just falls
Right.
off a cliff. But they do this English dub for all these Netflix shows. And I think they have 5 actors they pull from because the guy that was the lead in Dark sounds like the guy that's the lead in Squid Game. It's the guy that's the lead in some other sci-fi 3-body problem, something. They're using like the same actors and they're not good.
And by the way, when I hear what I go, was that really what it said in Korean? Like they say the dumbest shit.
They say the dumbest shit.
You're like, what? There's no way that's what he said.
I went and rewatched episode 1 because my buddy, shout out Waldorf Pete. He goes, I thought it sucked, and I watched it in its native Korean with English subtitles. For whatever reason, it's so much better. And I don't like subtitles. I'm not a big reading guy.
Yeah,
but luckily, it's manageable. I really like season 1 once I did. It did change the experience. Give that a shot.
Okay. All right. I'll do it again.
The games in this one are fucked up. If you don't know what it's about these people that are sort of either kidnapped or coerced to go to this mysterious island for the entertainment of these mysterious billionaires. Maybe there's one, maybe there's multiple. In every game, it's like a child's game and they get eliminated. And when they get eliminated from, they get fucking killed.
Yeah.
And
they don't make it.
They don't make it at all.
And there's a big pile of money.
Huge pile. And every time
a big giant ball of money.
A ball of money. And for every person killed, it's 100,000 Korean won.
Yeah, they always say won. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Give me time. I looked up the conversion rate during the show.
To find out how much is in there.
But I guess the winner of season 1 survived, but he saw how evil it was. So he's vowing to get to the bottom of who's behind these games. And you're tricking these poor people. And did you make it to the scene in this one with the Russian roulette?
No, I didn't make it.
Get to it.
Okay.
It's Deer Hunter good.
Oh, really?
It's Deer Hunter fucking tense.
Because the Deer Hunter is the best.
The Deer Hunter is the level of that's it.
Mow.
Yeah, pull again. They add a wrinkle to this one. And it's real intense, and they're shit talking each other the entire time and pulling trigger. The issue is I'm not going to give away too much, but I will spoil one big thing. They kind of lied to you, where they go, it's season 2 of Squid Game. It's not. It's half of season 2. And in episode 7, you're watching this going, how the fuck are they going to resolve all this? This is building this huge violent crescendo, and this is happening, and that person's playing a twist. There's a villain in there called Thanos. He's a Korean rapper who I fucking hate.
He's such a fucking nerd.
He sucks. Oh, you want to see him die. Oh, you hate this motherfucker. I hate Thanos. He's the worst.
All right.
He's every SoundCloud, but it's good because you hate him. You're like, I want to see this 5 fucking get his. And you want to see a bunch of people get theirs. And this evil witch bitch, you can't stand her. She's like a shaman. Whatever. It's building this crescendo. And you're in the last episode. You're like, God, they got to fucking wrap up a lot. And they're like, and we're done. Squid Games comes back in 2025. You're like, no.
But here's
what
the thing.
The
I heard you
is
say
this?
2025. What does that mean?
Exactly. I'm researching.
Am I going to watch it in a week?
Am I going to watch it in January? Am I going to watch it in November of next year? These fucking bastards.
Listen, your show's not good enough for that kind of.
No,
no.
It's a great show.
Yeah, this isn't the Avengers.
Exactly. Like, I needed some closure on this shit because the last one had a nice arc that ended, but it left a nice thread to go, okay, that's where they're going to go with it. This thing, it reaches the height of the crest, and they go, see you when we see you. And that fucking upset me.
What is the point?
I don't know when they started doing mid-season finales. The first show I remember doing that was Walking Dead.
Yeah.
We're like, the first half of season 7 is coming out. Like, no, release the whole fucking thing.
I remember they did it with the last season of The Sopranos.
Did they cut it in half?
They did?
I believe they did. Yeah. It was 6A and 6B. But that kind of made sense.
You might be right about that.
I don't like it. I don't care for it, especially in an era where if this was another streaming service like Amazon that gives your HBO, where they give you stuff in chunks like traditional television, it's weekly stuff. Netflix is known for the not the purge, excuse me, the splurge, the when you watch all of them, when you watch all of them once.
Binge watching,
the binge. Yeah. Netflix is known to be like, hey, enjoy. Yeah, it's all yours. And this
if
is
you want me to love you.
If you want me to love you, give it to me all. Give me every hole you have. And this time they're like just hands and mouth.
Yeah,
the ass, and you know what's waiting for the other season. I was really frustrated by it.
Yeah.
Can I tell a quick Walking Dead story?
Yeah, please.
So I watched the last the seasons that nobody watched of The Walking Dead, but I watched them like within the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And I saw Chris White's a comedian and he's a manager or he's an employee. He does something at the DC Improv, and his wife owns the DC Improv. Maybe they own it together. I don't know. But anyway, he goes, "What do you watch on TV?" I go, "Well, I hate watching The Walking Dead. I didn't finish it, and I wanted it." And he's like, "Oh, I kind of enjoyed it." And I go, "Oh, really? Okay." Then Rob told me that those guys used to chronicle every episode on social media. Like it was such a big deal to them that they wrote like a little synopsis.
It was when it came out.
No, they did it for the shows that I've said I was hate watching.
You hate watching, yes.
I was, yeah.
You would talk about a show drop off. It sucks when a show really starts with big promise and then just they either run out of steam, Lost, Jericho, apparently Banshee.
Yeah.
One of those ones like, okay, maybe they committed to 5 seasons. That's one of the reasons why I absolutely loved and I thought it was as perfect a show as they'd done on Netflix. Fucking Tires. You got 6 episodes, 20 minutes each, and there was a nice arc, and that was it. And there's a little bit of a pull through.
Mm-hmm.
And in the promo for the new one with JJ Watt is so fucking funny.
So first things first.
I love Steve Gerben.
First
God, I
thing,
love him.
Hey, how about he's now doing national commercials?
Good.
Right.
Good.
Everybody loves him.
Have you ever heard about his speech at the dinner, the Netflix dinner?
No.
This is more serious than anything. This is one of the reasons Gillis was destined to be a superstar. Gillis is extremely funny. I think the guy, he walks on water. But apparently when Tires came out, and Gerben is a friend of his and is a friend of Matt McCusker's, and for whatever reason, they kind of took a shine to like a goofy little buddy. And they're like, come on, come with us. We like this guy. He makes us laugh, whatever. Well, he's very self-aware. And apparently they went to this Netflix dinner and it was after the Tom Brady roast and they're flying high and Tires is out and people are loving it. And Gerb's asked to speak. They talked about this on his podcast. And Gerb's like, I'd like to say a couple things. And he stood up and he goes, I know I shouldn't be here. I know I shouldn't be here. This was not destined for me. I got fucking rheumatoid arthritis in my hands. And I'm paraphrasing here. They didn't get specifically into it, but he apparently gave this like gut-wrenching, heart-pounding, that I'm not using the right words, but just being like this, there's nothing funny about this. This is from this man's soul going, I shouldn't be here. And I know I shouldn't, but it's because of my friend Shane.
Can you find it online?
And Matt, no, they just talk about it. There's nowhere it wasn't recorded. But it's just him going, it's him in a moment of beautiful, self-aware. I don't know if the Hawk Tua girl has the ability to quite understand.
Oh, right.
That she's too fucking dumb to know that this should have never happened to her.
Yes.
That she deserved it.
It's
like
literally
Snooki,
a lottery ticket.
Snooki's too fucking stupid.
Yes.
All right. She's just this fat fucking greasy troll that has no ability. She's like, no, I was destined for this.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't understand. Like, no, you should have not been anywhere near the success you had.
Right.
You're just this fat cheesesteak, sausage and peppers eating
know,
lump of fuck that got punched in the face in one of the first promos for your shitty show.
Yeah.
And somehow
I watched that where she got punched in the face.
That's the reason people watch the Jersey Shore. They saw a woman get punched.
I watched the episode and then they stopped showing it.
Exactly.
But I watched him hit her.
We gotcha.
I watched him hit her
in the fucking face.
I saw him actually, dude.
She should have, dude. She got fucking mollywopped in the face.
Yeah.
That was the tease. They go, well, this was going to be another bunch of goons on the beach show, but watch this.
Yeah.
That was the focal point that no one talks about with the Jersey Shore being like this, like, oh wow, it's a tale of redemption. No, you all watched it because the woman got punched.
Yeah. And here's the thing.
That's it.
I don't want her to get punched in the face.
No one wants to watch her get punched.
But you know, it wasn't
was
all
a
bad.
hook. It was, but you know, she in her private moments isn't like, can you fucking believe this? How is this possible that I'm living this lavish life?
She should be going to that guy's prison cell and baking him a cake with a file in it.
When
that
you
guy made
get
her
out,
career. The guy who punched her in the face.
Like when you get out, can I buy you a mansion?
Yeah.
What do you need? Can I put your kids through college?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I look like a fucking capybara.
What if when her career's on the descent, she calls him and goes, hey,
guess what? You want to get back in the ring? Let's get back in the fucking ring.
You're up again.
But this dude Gerbs, knowing that he's like, I'm a guy that was snatched out of like an open mic scene. By the way, he's very funny.
He's
hilarious. But we know a million people that are very funny.
Have you watched some of the outtakes?
Oh, dude, they're really dude with him in the car with no shirt on.
Yeah,
where they're trying to do the ones where they're talking about how he stinks from sex. Ooh, what's that smell, dude? It stinks in here.
So the first season of Tires, if you watch the whole season, it takes like 2 hours and 3 hours because each episode's like 22 minutes long.
Yeah.
So if you want to, you can just get through the whole thing in
an hour and a half.
Yeah, it takes no time at all. And so I've already watched it twice, Tires.
Oh, I watched Tires front to back and started it over.
Yeah. So they have the new, you saw the thing with JJ Watt. Okay.
The
No.
JJ Watt
I don't want
promo
to ruin
was
it for you,
so
but
fucking
JJ
funny.
Watt apparently used to play middle school football with Shane Gillis, not in
Okay.
real life, but in the show.
Yeah.
And Shane used to bully him.
Yeah.
Okay. It is so fucking funny. And I'm like, man, JJ Watt's got some chops.
JJ Watt can fucking act.
Yes, it was so
JJ Watt is coming
Yeah.
across as a guy that's looking at his childhood bully in the face and being like, there you are. And you see Gillis like, hey, there you are.
Yeah, and,
Hey, what's
and
the matter?
Gillis is like shit talking.
JJ Watt. Oh, we don't sell tissues in here.
Yeah.
Now, your brother TJ, he was the fucking man.
Yeah, no, it's so
Dude,
good.
when he says, oh, you still bullying people in high school? I had to bully you all the time. You wrote a love letter to my second grade teacher from me. Whatever, it's good, clean fun. She got investigated. Shouldn't have wrote her that letter. It's Gillis can act.
No, Gillis,
Dude,
well,
he can fucking
he is
act.
great at playing himself, which
Yeah.
is really what he's doing. And I have a feeling he is kind of a bully in real life, but also a hilarious.
Yeah, but
bully.
he's so fucking funny. That
Right,
he
he's so funny,
he's the
right.
bully because he's clever with it.
Probably
he's not
like-
just shitty to people.
probably
He's-
like the Patrice O'Neal.
Yes.
Kind of like that kind of thing.
if Patrice
Yes.
O'Neal tore you apart, you're like,
Yeah.
do it more.
Yeah,
Do it more. Because if he didn't get into your ass, it means he had no use for you.
right. He wasn't.
He's not
interested
in your
you,
scope. You know, he's also, I can tell that Gillis has really reached a new level of getting successful. I'm watching a lot of these fucking like Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy kind of avocado toast comedians are starting to do sketches about him online. That there's the Shane Gillis School of Comedy. There's this fucking bad sketch out there with a couple of people that I don't know who the fuck they are, but it's them like taking an improv class to learn how to do stand-up like Gillis.
Oh, I'm gonna
to
have
hold
check.
okay, I need 10 Mike fists
Oh,
doing
okay.
this because he has a tendency to be like,
Yeah,
when he's making a
okay.
point. We've all got ticks. I've got
Yeah.
mine. I do this with my fucking
Yeah.
hand all the time. I don't know why. And then, all right, we're gonna have you act out a scene of Shane's, like some acting coach, and it's one of them's pretending to be Shane and one of them's pretending to be McCusker, and they're saying a slur back and forth about
Man,
Asians,
that's
but
a
they're
pretty
beeping it.
niche sketch,
And-
right? I mean,
And I'm wondering, like, who out there are you trying to be a hero to?
yeah, right.
Like, who out there is like, God his ass.
well, let me tell you
The
something.
sketch
man.
has hundreds of views.
He is going this way.
It's
I
going to
mean,
continue.
So
to
he
go
was
this way.
just on, this is so funny. He was just on college football game day.
Yeah.
And he accused Nick Saban of playing a player.
Dude, Alabama Jones.
Yeah.
When he called him fucking Alabama Jones. Yeah. I don't think the SEC ever paid players. He kind of like rolls his eyes.
Yeah.
Him on college game day was hilarious.
So
Saban got his fucking legs taken out
yes,
from under him.
so he's doing that, and he's also doing the Bud Light commercial. That's when, like, oh man, we fucked up. Who's the very absolute opposite of
Yeah.
Dylan? What's her name?
Mulvaney. Yeah.
Who's
How
the
do-
exact?
How do we
opposite?
right the ship? When they
Yes.
blew what's her name out in the corporate board, who is, by the way, the woman that did the whole cans thing has
Yeah.
not found work since.
Hey, Jaguar. I know we don't get super into this,
Jaguar.
whatever it's called, Jaguar.
Oh, they caught shit for what? Charlie XCX?
No, they have a whole new campaign, and it's all like they like find your uniqueness or whatever. And every person, every dude is a chick, and every guy, and they're dressed in triangles and shit. I'm telling you, and it's like, wait a second. You know who buys Jaguars? Old white people.
Yeah,
okay? What are you guys
Old
doing?
wealthy elites.
Yes.
Evil old people.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a lot of guys going to the slam poetry night, pulling up in a Jaguar XJF or whatever the fuck they're called.
But the whoever's the head of advertising within Jaguar making those decisions, no, that person's just like with Bud Light, they're indignant.
Yeah.
They're like, no, this is the new direction. You're like,
Okay.
all right.
Let's
see how your car sells.
let's see how the Jag sales go over the
But
next
anyway,
couple of
that's
years.
clearly what Bud Light did. They go, we have to
Oh,
make this right. And by the way, those commercials are funny.
The commercials
Yeah,
are funny.
yeah.
They've gotten some of their market share back. I don't know when that show's coming out. I do know that Stav on his podcast has recently talked about shooting some stuff, like I think recently. So it's probably not coming out till summer.
Yeah, probably.
But it was that show. I mean, it's been long enough. That show has maybe one of my funniest sight gag pratfalls. That it's so simple. It's been sitting in front of people. And I don't know why they did it. Joe, did you watch all of them?
No.
Did you get to the bikini car wash?
You
would have remembered.
I think that's like the second to last episode or third to last
Dude,
episode.
When this woman, they're doing a bikini car wash to try and raise money for whatever, not raise money, to try and draw customers in, and while they're in there for the bikini car wash, upsell them on tires, then upsell them on brakes, and upsell them on the transmission.
Right.
And the girl that Shane is taking a shine to who, out of all of them, by the way, not the cutest.
Yeah, I
Okay?
know.
was
but
like,
they
is that a gag?
kept-
Because you picked one of the
Yeah.
uglier ones. But anyways, she's on the hood of this soaped up car in a soaped up windshield, and she loses her fucking footing and smashes her fucking face in the windshield, and spiderweb cracks the windshield
Yeah.
and busts her nose up.
Yeah.
And it happens so quickly. It's such, I love a good pratfall
Yeah.
of Chevy Chase
Yeah.
falling on the podium, fuck yourself up.
So
That, I mean, hurt me laughing.
the biggest laugh for me in the whole series was when he was spreading rumors about what's his,
Chocolate
yeah,
milk.
and he
About
said
Gerbs, yeah.
about Gerbs, and he told the manager of the other location that Gerbs can't stop drinking chocolate milk.
That's it.
And he's
You
like, "Are you telling people that I will stop drinking chocolate milk?"
Dude, again, his Gillis's ability to act is when they find out that Gerbs hooked up with one of the bikini car wash women,
Yeah,
and they describe her disgusting apartment. There was like a snake. There's a mattress on the floor.
Yeah.
There's no hot water.
Uh-huh.
And that his one friend, the girl on the show, she's got the texts. And the
Oh,
reaction
yeah,
he has
yeah.
when he's just like, just hand me the phone. Give me the phone. They did a great job of scripting the way people naturally talk without it
Yeah, you're
sounding
right.
It's
Yeah.
some of the most
it does
natural
feel like if
dialogue.
you had a manager like that,
Yeah.
you would act that way.
You would
toward-
act
Yes,
that way
yes.
around that guy.
Yeah.
Let's take a break. Here's a little clip from the Patreon podcast that we just recorded, and I was none too pleased in. All right. I'll go cancel the fucking cruise.
Oh no, God, dude, this is heavy. You know.
Well,
This is heavy.
I bought trip insurance
You better
for things like this. When you
Yeah.
buy a big trip, you buy trip insurance just in case. I'm the guy that gets the insurance on rental cars. I just don't trust it because I know the minute I don't, I put out into the universe, I've fucked it. And I know the minute I pull out of that Hertz lot, I'm getting fucking T-boned. So I always buy insurance. So the lady, and I talked about this a little bit on air this morning, and I think I fucking hallucinated this, but I swear it happened. That when I call Royal Caribbean, I booked it over the phone. And when I booked it, this lady had this fucking island accent. I could almost just taste the pina colada coming off of her fucking voice. And just welcoming me to the islands. Oh, the golden seas, the experiences for you and your family. I call her back on Sunday. I go, I need to talk about. She picks up. Thank you for calling Royal Caribbean, my friend. What is your trip itinerary number? And I give it to her. Oh, the vision of the seas. Oh, it sounds like a fucking deleted scene from The Little Mermaid.
You're not like, hey, let me stop.
I'm like,
you.
I want to fucking listen before you get too far.
Yeah.
Oh, Daedry and Nassau. My God, the crystal clear waters. Lifetimes of memories, you know. I go, I got to cancel the trip. Her fucking accent went away.
That went away.
That accent
It
faded.
turned into Dundalk.
It almost was to me like, all right, I need your last name. I'm like, oh, whoa, what the fuck? So what's the say up here about you
Oh yeah, let me
visiting
No, well, here's what
well, you
happened.
take it away.
Yeah. So I was walking the dogs this morning. Now,
Okay.
as you know, if you on the other side of this road that I live on, if you go up about 100 yards, there are fucking mansions.
This is an odd area you live
Yes.
in. It is pick an economic spectrum,
Yeah.
and you will find it on this road.
Hey, those mansions, you know, they're on the water.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
this is on the water territory.
How big's their front yard? I don't know. Is it 2 acres? I have no idea.
Yeah.
What's the
Oh, it's
distance?
like 10
here?
acres.
Is it,
Yeah.
yeah, it's,
it's a
way more.
lot.
Okay.
It's a lot.
Right. So those are my neighbors. Okay.
Jesus.
Now, I don't talk to these people. They
Yeah.
don't know me. They'd have to come all the way down their driveway to
Yeah.
meet me. They're
They have
never
to
like
come
a
the
half
wrong
hour.
side of the tracks to visit you.
Well, the other day I meet the guy.
Here in this fucking gin shanty you live in.
The other day I meet the guy,
Okay.
and he goes, yeah, no, my wife met your wife. She said you work for 98 Rock. Well, now all of a sudden maybe I'm a big deal.
Maybe you're in
too.
the power position.
Maybe I'm a big deal. I go, yeah, yeah, I do. Blah blah blah. We talk. His name's Chip. Anyway, so I meet
It's a
him.
good millionaire.
and he
name.
goes,
Great name. What a millionaire. And you know he goes
Yeah.
by 3 names too.
he goes, we should get the dogs together. I go, yes,
Let's do that.
we should get the dogs.
Let's become
Yes.
friends
at
because
your place.
you have things,
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm
places
like,
we can visit, boats we
All
can
right.
be on.
Perfect. Okay. So I didn't get too excited, but I let the guy know, let's be friends. Okay.
Yeah.
Today I'm walking the dogs. Okay. Down the driveway comes Chip. He's coming to bring his trash cans in. that are, 3 football fields away from his house.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So he gets down. He's talking to him. I have headphones on. I take my headphones. I go, shoot. So I go to walk over. The dogs pull me, fucking fall down right in the middle of the road.
Oh, no. Jesus oh, no.
Okay. So,
Chip,
now, yeah.
you look like you could use a blowjob.
So I literally fall. Okay. So it's, if you're looking at the YouTube, if I'm walking this way, the dogs pull me. I go like this. You follow what I'm saying? Like
yeah. You just
my legs go.
Your legs go
forward,
ass
and
up.
I literally slide. I slide.
Yes.
I slide on the road all the way up there.
Yes.
Because it was the momentum and
Yes.
the dogs, and I'm like his foot is. My legs are.
Oh, so you the dog scissors you into your new friend.
So any chance that I would have had to try to build a that's gone.
no, I think that could be
never
the beginning.
I'm never recovering from that.
Yeah, that's tough.
What was his reaction?
What would they say? First of all, it's the last thing you want to hear.
You need a hand?
Yeah. Are you okay?
Are you all right?
And I'm like, well, I'm humiliated.
You probably fucked something up.
But let me act like
you
nothing
clearly
happened.
broke something.
Like the story Joe told on the yeah, and I was like, God, am I gonna now just have a regular conversation with you after
I had a
fell?
guy at the gym once who helped me after I fell off the side of a bench. This was a couple of years ago. I was working out the Y, and I'm in about the same shape as I was now then. And at whatever reason, I can't remember the exercise, but I just slid off the side onto the floor. And I just have a guy, maybe, I don't know, 6'2", 220, which, by the way, if you weigh 220, fat. Okay. Yeah, listen to the Patreon.
6'2", 220.
Okay. And he goes, let me help you up there, little fella. He hit me with a fucking little fella. If I had a revolver, I would have blown my fucking skull off. The way he reached out, he went hand on shoulder, hand on wrist, and he began to lift me up. And the way he said it so kind.
Did you just let him take you?
I did. Did he help me up? And at that point, if I had a fucking snub nose revolver, thanks, man. Blam. It's just right there. Would have skulled myself.
By the way, here's the other thing you got to remember. The guy I want to be friends with walked right into his house. What did he say to his wife?
Hey, hey, you're going to love this.
You know that guy with the golden retriever mailbox?
Works at 98 Rock.
You know the 98 Rock guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw him eat shit. He tried to Melissa Etheridge me with his legs.
I'm telling you, that's the first thing he said.
Hey, this guy's trained his dogs to trick people into scissoring.
Dude,
it's amazing.
If that happened to that guy, okay?
He has that dog put down. That's the level of wealth he is. Kills it on the spot.
If that happens and I walk in the house, what am I saying to the first person that I encounter?
Guess what just happened to me? Oh, no, he told that story.
Yes,
he
I
told
am
that story
saying
3 times that day.
Of course he did.
That story is continued. And you know what? He's going to continue to listen to 98 Rock. He hears you. He'll go, if there's anybody else in the car, if it's just him, you're fine. But if he's in a vehicle with other people, you know that guy talking right now?
Yeah.
I saw him fucking eat shit.
He scissored my ankle.
When if he's driving by in his car and I'm walking the dog,
I shouldn't smell like his pussy.
He's gonna be like, that's the guy who fell.
That's the guy who fucked himself up. You see, that's where Tish is buried. That's where, that's the guy right there. That's the guy that wrecked his ass.
Yeah.
You don't think this can be repaired?
Well, here's the deal. I don't have a lot of interactions with this guy, right?
You got to try.
And so the next interaction was the one where you have to say, okay, here's where we somehow, what do you want to do? You want to go to Davis's and get drinks? What do you want to do? You guys want to go to dinner? Whatever. How do we get this? But at this point, I'm back to, I have to have that next conversation that I was going to have this time. 2
words for you. We got an old friend of ours that laid out a game plan here for what you need to do. Scott Apple. Every time you see him, you have to fall.
Dude, I was going to say the same thing.
Every time you see
gotta
him,
make it your thing now.
This becomes your bit.
Yeah, you just got to run and slide.
Every time. Just no dog. Just fucking, just slide into six.
I'm so happy to see you.
I'm so happy. Just right through his lawn. There's a slip and slide only you can see. He clearly
like
thinks
Henderson.
You're handicapped. You're fucking sliding feet first.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that is something. That is, I know that we're all over the place, but fuck it. It's Gooch week. Nothing matters. It's between the 26th and the 31st. I said Gooch on the air today 300 times.
Really?
Yeah. We discussed Gooch week.
Yeah.
The space in between.
What's a Gooch? What is
the Gooch week? The Gooch is the space between the balls of Christmas and the dick of New Year's.
Okay.
On a human body, it's the taint.
Yes.
AKA the Gooch.
Yes.
Okay. The act of sliding into, I guess you overrun first, but sliding into second or third, that technique has always looked so fucking painful.
You've never slid before?
Never slid into a base. to slide properly, where you tuck a leg or dive
Here's
forward.
the thing.
I'm like, are you just fucking rubbing your nipples clean off your body?
If you're wearing like baseball pants, because they don't play in shorts, right? If you're wearing baseball pants, you're not gonna. I mean, you get some raspberries or whatever. But when we used to play softball, we just wore shorts.
And you slide?
Yes, we said just take your whole side.
I was gonna say, did you just fucking take off like a layer
I always
of skin?
had, my knees were always skin, my sides were always skin. Yeah.
See, my goal in sport, the little I play, is to hurt myself as little as possible.
Yeah.
My goal in skateboarding was to complete the trick without fucking myself up. And I knew if I fucked myself up, I didn't do a good job on the trick.
That's a trick I'm not
doing.
doing.
That's a trick I'm not doing well.
Did you wear all your shit?
Nah, I didn't wear all my shit. Certain parts you had to. Helmets when I was told to.
Oh, sometimes you didn't have a helmet?
Dude, I have to have been concussed at least 4 times. There was a couple of times where I slid out, cracked it, and then you throw up. You're like, it's okay. You're just getting out the bad energy.
Just don't go to sleep.
That's all it is. I got to take a nap. I got to
sleep it off.
Yeah, sleep it off. You'll be fine. Come out next round. No, I have to think of how many players in like the 60s and 70s we're just playing. We're getting concussed multiple times in an NFL game.
Smelling salts.
They just wake them back. Oh my goodness! And then they can't read when they're 50 because their brains are fucking tapioca. But no, I think this can be repaired. I think people are saying that you got to come up with a bit, because I want you to be friends with this guy, because once you're friends with him, he becomes a friend of mine.
Yeah, I know that.
And I want a friend with a mansion. Like my friend Randolph is wealthy, and I like having that friend. He could live in a trailer, and Randolph would still be my friend. But I do like that he's wealthy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because that's my rich friend Randolph, who's also cool, but he's got a boat. And I'd hang out with him. He lived in a fucking tent, but I prefer that he lives in a beach house.
Yes, I'd rather him have a beach house than live in a tent.
Possible new friend 2025.
But I'll come over to your. Well, here's the thing. Here's the only way it could work, and I don't know how to exactly pull it off. He needs to hear this. You follow what I'm saying? If he hears this, then he's kind of in on it. That he knows that I'm not just some guy who just fell and then thought nothing of it.
Yeah.
But if he hears this discussed somehow, then he's like, hey, I heard you talking about that, blah, blah, blah. And now all of a sudden we have a rapport.
Okay. Do you follow him on social at all? Do you even know his last name? It's got to be a 3 name, like Chip, Beauregard, Abernathy, Esquire.
Yeah. The third.
Yeah. Oh, great idea. Ariel. As hot as she is smart, start walking around with your QR code on the shirt. Every time you walk the dog, wear the QR code shirt.
Yeah, you're
also
right.
provided us by our rich friend Randolph.
Oh, you didn't know I had a pie. Oh, yeah, just use this QR code.
I'm just on 98 Rex. As a matter of fact, you should listen to the last one, because you're not going to believe this. You come up.
Yeah.
Wait.
I don't want to say how, but you do.
Give it a listen. You're the hero in the scenario. We want to be your friend. Except for my one friend cries out, hey, Chip, you look like you could use a blowjob. That's one way. Speaking of, any plans on that for a new friend 2025, a Joe Robinson tradition?
Yeah, I had somebody in my. Now I can't recall who it is, but it's
anybody in your sights.
What's that? Well, no. Oh, but
Stamboni don't count.
It's not fair, because people who've been my friend. No,
I don't have anything
but boring.
It's not that. It's that we're already friends. It would be kind of bullshit if I picked Joe Stamboni, a guy I've spent time with over the last.
You got to set your sights. You have to have some prey. I like it when that person is prey.
Yeah,
when they don't know that they're in your friendship sniper rifle crosshairs, and I get to watch you paint. I like to get to watch you pursue someone.
Right. So how about? See, the problem is that like my boss is my new friend.
Yeah,
but he doesn't live here. He lives in Florida.
Yeah, that's not. I would also like it to be removed from your professional scope, because you have to have a relationship with Joe. We're glad we have a relationship with Stamboni. We'd be friends regardless. But I want you. I'm telling you, I think this Chip guy might be the way to go.
Yeah.
Plus, it'd be a bit of a challenge.
Only one day left. Oh, you mean for next year?
To begin. New friend 2025, the pursuit that by Christmas of 2025, we're hosting fucking parties over there for DLP.
We're walking in without knocking.
Clearly, walking right in the front door. Your dogs are getting along.
Yeah.
They tuck chairs.
Maybe you guys like walk dogs together, and you get tips for how to walk dogs better.
There you go.
Not fall on your ass.
What do you think this guy does?
How do you walk your dog?
Chip, you look like a guy that can stay upright during a fucking dog walk. What's your secret?
Listen,
wide base shoes.
He doesn't walk his dogs because they're so disciplined. They won't. They're just running around in the yard. And they stop at a certain spot and they don't go any further.
Not an invisible fence.
I don't know. How could you put an invisible fence around that thing? It's the size of fucking M&T Bank Stadium.
I mean, might have the rich have that stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe they do.
Yeah, probably to some degree. I think you just have to get close to the proximity sensors. One of the meanest things we ever did to Mike. putting him in one of those fucking things. I
Was
could
it,
never-
how bad? Give me. Did you do it?
fucked him up. It gave him headaches for days. Yeah. We put it around his ankle and then we put it around his neck.
Jesus.
And then we sent him on to one of our home invasion property owners, like, all right, keep walking till it works. He's like, I know what these things do. Like, keep walking till it works. And he made his way the whole way out there. He acted like Leonardo DiCaprio from What's Eating Gilbert Grape for a couple fucking seconds. He looked like he was up in the tree wiping his snotty nose. He hits the deck. He takes it off. And he had like a migraine for 3 years. We fucking hurt him.
God bless him.
Yeah, I would never do that to Stamboni.
He walked so I could run.
Yeah, God bless. And you're running as fast as can be.
Yeah, it's not fast.
Yeah, that is. Speaking of that, man. So I'm a little disappointed. It's not that Stamboni lost to Val in a foot race, because I would assume that.
Yeah.
But I figured Eric would be able to beat her. Now I know he said he stumbled. You should run uphill, by the way, not down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Because running downhill, especially for somebody like Eric, you can't.
That weight gets ahead of you.
You're right. You can't just take the governor off.
tournaments are multi-year.
Yeah.
We can do the Amazing Race V2. We can do the 2025 edition.
All right.
I'll put my ass in it and smoke her like a fucking
Yeah,
brisket.
please.
I'm good for about 20 yards. And then my heart wants to explode. I cannot do cardio. I will die.
Like I said,
I will die before I lose to her.
Tony Thornton is geared up.
Tony Thornton wants a second taste.
Has he been just training?
No, Tony Thornton brings it up.
Absolutely.
Tony Thornton wants a fucking taste.
I wore the wrong shoes. It was just wrong shoes. I wore the wrong shoes.
What do you wear? Loafers?
I don't know
wearing?
what the hell he
Fucking
wore.
cowboy boots?
Yeah, he was like, I thought the carpet was gonna be one.
Did he
He had
have
like
flip
all
flops?
fucking planned out.
He had ice skates on.
Was he wearing jellies?
He's gonna wear golf shoes.
Yeah.
Next
He
time.
had Crocs on.
He's got one roller skate, one roller blade.
Yeah.
What the fuck were you wearing? Yeah, we'll let him. Well, you know what would be funny is to do. Okay, we have a wild card round where you do the race, pre-actor versus various people, but then we do have mystery footwear. We have to spin a fucking wheel.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
somewhere on there is fucking ice skate,
Nickelodeon moon
some
shoes.
wheelies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the moon ones with the
Yeah.
springs the kids wore and fucked themselves up in the 60s.
Breaking ankle.
I would like that. Yeah, I want to bring that back because I think Eric wants a taste of that again.
Yeah, no, I do think that if they were going uphill, Eric would have beaten her.
I'd love to see Rob run.
But now you know the story. There's a famous story. Do you know this one?
About?
So after a comedy show, it was me and Rob and the great Erin Jackson.
Okay.
And she had a friend of hers.
All right.
And her friend was used to run track at the University of Virginia.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how long this story is, probably 15 years old. So, I mean, this girl is probably in her 20s and Rob was probably in his 30s. Right. And she was talking about how she ran track at the University of Virginia. And Rob goes, "Do you want to race?" He beats her.
Oh,
wow.
He
Dude,
beat her.
That's like when that high school team beat the women's national soccer team like
Yes.
fucking 15 to nothing.
And Rob beats her. And I go, what is happening? Right.
I thought this worked. So is Rob fucking swift?
Well, I mean, again, this is a 15-year-old story. You
He's
know,
still got it in him.
Yeah.
well, I'm telling you, like there's certain sports I used to be really good at, and I'm just not good
What
at.
sport were you the
anymore.
best at?
Volleyball.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, our own fucking Gabby Reese.
Yeah. I was a good volleyball player. As a matter of fact,
Can you fuck around with beach volleyball?
yeah. So I played it when we went away to the spring fling.
Oh.
I remember we were playing because Huber's good too.
Horrible at it. Steve Huber's incredible. From 100.7
and
the back.
Huber's like, oh shit, Joe can play. So him and Steve and I were probably the two best players that played there.
Staff, I'm with you, baby. The DLP summer games. What if we did the DLP summer games somewhere?
Yeah, I don't
That
know,
could be.
This whole body ain't what it used to
All right,
be.
how
but
about instead of volleyball, we do a badminton?
I'll fuck you in half in badminton.
Really? Because
Yeah.
I used to fucking know my way around
So
shuttlecock.
let me tell you a story about
Can you
badminton.
reach? Do you reach over the net,
Dude,
or you gotta
listen,
stay on your side of the net?
Listen, so when I was growing up, see, here's the thing:
Fucking
people
Agassi over here.
don't realize that in the summer there was nothing to do. You just tried to find people in the neighborhood and go out in the woods. That's the only
Yeah,
thing.
that's all you did.
That's the only thing there was to do. There was nothing on TV. There were no video games at the time. I had a badminton court in my backyard. And I played badminton, I'm not kidding, every day for 2 straight summers.
Do you know who else you knew that had a badminton court in their backyard?
Huh.
Justin and Patrick Schlegel
Really?
for about 10 years.
Okay.
And
so-
we were the fucking Williams sisters of Hamlin Road.
Now listen,
I want a taste of this.
I haven't played
Not the Schlegel
badminton.
boys.
Oh no!
I haven't played badminton since then, but I
We're
was
doing it for pink slips.
hey, but no one could fucking beat me in badminton
Oh,
back then.
dude.
Back then. So here's what
How would you feel if I can get him? If we'd have to put a little footwork. The Robinsons and the Schlegels doubles.
I'll do it.
Robbie
sure.
and Joe, Pat and Justin.
Now,
My
neither one of
brother
us have-
will fucking shoot up them all.
So me and my brother, we haven't picked up a shuttlecock in about, I think it's over 40 years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I also,
I'm not calling it a birdie. It's a shuttlecock.
That's
but
right.
if if it's like riding a bike,
Okay.
I do remember one more thing about badminton. My father used to play us and he used to beat us.
Okay.
Then he couldn't beat me anymore.
You eventually leveled up.
And
Student became the master.
and he would never play me.
Oh shit! He stopped playing with
Because
you.
I used to just fucking
Fuck yeah.
murder him.
Speaking of Robbie Robinson, we got a little text earlier from a Rob Mayer. He was asking if we can soon maybe reach out to Robbie about what's going on
Well, no.
his end of stuff.
There's nothing to reach out to Robbie about regarding his marriage. Katie and I have a $500 bet that Robbie would be married in 2024. 2024 ends in tomorrow. And starting,
Which way did the bet go?
Robbie is not married.
No, I'm saying in whose favor is this bet?
It's the bet's in my favor. Katie owes me $500. Now they're getting married, I think, next April, if I'm not mistaken. So she lost it by 3 months, but she's into me for 5 big ones.
$500.
$5.
Shit, man. 5 C notes. Well, we'll find out if she feels like paying that or not. If she doesn't, hey, a moral victory at the very least.
She'll pay.
She will pay. She's a woman of her word. Yeah, we'll do the DLP summer game somehow. We'll find some stretch of land. Dave Dennis, you got to have a fucking beach handy somewhere. I would invite you over to my neighborhood, but it's very exclusive. Maybe the guy you tripped and fell and slid into his front lawn. Maybe he's got a private beach somewhere.
Oh, you know he does?
Maybe. Does he?
He does have a private
Well,
beach.
let's fucking get started, dude. By the time the summer comes around, new friend. He could be the PT Barnum of the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah.
New friend is on the way. Thank you very much for checking us out. There's a new Patreon episode. It will be up very, very shortly. This is the DLP Agenda.
See ya.